Welcome to the Grizzled Survivor Show. We're up here by the butcher block there. And today we're just doing some exploration up in this area. This building we're starting by here is called the GM Broco Ardent Mills plant here. You can see it's very similar to the Mana Pro that we were at the last time. A couple weeks ago when we were exploring the northern fringes. And I kind of wanted to videotape it now because they're actually going to be tearing it down and building apartments. You see there's like a ladder that goes up there. Something very loud over there. He says smoking prohibited because those are full of grain. And in case you didn't know, grain particles basically are as explosive as gasoline. There's just a view of the area. As you can see, we got apartments going up here. Oh, the sun is like beating down today. It's so hot. Look at this area. It's a cool door. There's a train down there, else we would walk down the tracks a little bit. What I like about this area is, despite the fact that everything looks pretty abandoned, look, there's people everywhere. They're really revitalizing this area up here. Back out into the blazing sun here. God, don't play that music any louder. I can't have a copyright strike on my video. I don't think that anyone can hear what song that is. Jesus. This little area here. Alright, there's some sort of festivities going on down here. And I don't want to record them because they're playing music that may be copyrighted. So, plus I don't think there's anything too interesting over there. I'm trying to kill the camera. I've got a stop to make. And we'll turn the camera back on. And hopefully be in a more interesting place. I think we've about exhausted the possibilities to be found in this area here. Alright, I think we're past the yokels. Just wanted to showcase, this is Brighton Boulevard, and it's further south than we've been on Brighton Boulevard. Too many people there, and I don't really know. But any area that we encounter that we can't explore right away, we mentally bookmark to come back later. The camera's losing power quick today. There's a beautiful view of the mountains. There's a lot of interesting targets on the other side of the river that we have yet to explore because we've been working our way north towards the power station. This little area here. Cool little alcove. Now we're getting to the nice new construction down here. Boy, that's a secure gate. So in the interest of conserving battery power once again, going to kill the camera. We're probably going to head towards the river today. So that's where we're going, yeah. Kind of an impromptu day. And, you know, with as short as the footage may be for today, I may do some exploration tomorrow as well and just combine the footage. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do at this point. It's porta potty land. Alright, I'll be back. River. Up there is Globesville Landing, up at the next little bend you see there. Down there is headed towards Confluence Park, and we are going straight across, where I've never been before. Look at that. This is a beautiful day. So I guess we'll see where this leads us here. Kill the camera until we get to the end of the line here. Right here we are, a little bit further down the street. And just a second ago it was very eerily quiet here, but now it's kind of picked up. So we've got the RTD Shops here, I guess is what these are. You know, it's kind of eerie to see all these vehicles just like sitting here with no one really around. I mean, obviously there are people around. People are here working, but I just don't see them. They're very quiet. Private street here. An old FedEx depot. This is like abandoned. It just ends in this little roundabout. There's someone back there that's keeping an eye on us, so I can't really do much in the way of actual urban exploring. But you can see this is a pretty cool area. I was hoping this would connect me up, but it's not going to, and so we'll have to turn around and go back this way. And so in the interest of conserving the batteries, there's that person that's keeping an eye on me, so I can't really do much exploration. Let's head back north. And you can see on this side of the river it's much more inhabited, because the cops don't really do sweeps on this side of the river. They mainly just focus on the other side where the people actually go. They could really give a fuck less about people camped out on the far side of the bank where you really have to try to get down there. There's where we just came from. You can see there's like a whole little village down there. Remember last week we were up north and there was nobody at all. And then you come down here and you can see that there's quite a few people, so it's obvious that a lot of the people ended up having to kind of migrate down this direction. It's also obvious that the police aren't really sweeping up here. So this is a weird little area. It's like a drainage ditch down here. It's probably not as cool as some of the stuff we've seen, but this is a weird area. It's very calm here. There's not very much traffic. That's all new over there. You can hear it's really windy today. Reminds me of Wyoming, where I'm from. This is like a spring day up there though, you know. Very strange little area here. slime. It runs out of this thing here. It looks like the water would really have to be flowing pretty high to come out. So it must go in. You can see it splits off into 3 paths here, almost like a peace sign. Some cracked earth though. Looks like it hasn't had water down here for a while. Hasn't really been too rainy or snowy here. Enough for a dusting, but not enough to stick. All right. So I think I might actually get enough footage out of today, as boring as it may be, to put together a little episode. I'll probably do 2 this week. Plus, I'm starting the Let's Play of Metro 2033. I'm just coming to the conclusion that I'm going to need to get a desktop eventually. The laptop's good, it's powerful. It plays a lot of games very well. But in terms of capturing game footage on some games, it's like Metro, it's not very well optimized. It sucks. It doesn't do very good at all. It's like an observation deck of the river here. Now we're headed kind of back to where we started, but we're across the river from where we started. If that makes sense. It would make more sense if you were here, but we started over there, and now we're over here. That radio tower makes me want to climb it, which would not be smart with all the people around, so we, obviously don't climb shit in the daytime. The only radio tower I've ever climbed, there's a video on this channel of it, was a long time ago. It was out at this missile base in Wyoming, and it had a radio tower out there, and so we climbed it. This is before I personally had a camera, so we were relying on the doctor's camera. You can see we got a little house down there. Let's cross the street because we've got some strange stuff over here. Look at these. I don't know what those are, cattails, but they don't really look like cattails. They do and they don't. What a weird little area here. These plants are really tall and this is kind of weird. There's that radio tower. We're close to it now. There's the river. Oh, sweet blessed shade. As you can see, I'm wearing all black like a dumbass. I just got off of work. And I like to wear black at work because I work around food. And the food might get caked to you. So it's better to not fucking have any white or anything on. I have no clue what the fuck this place even is. Taxi 1, and then there's Taxi 2. It doesn't look like it honestly has much to do with taxis. Sorry folks, I got this heavy ass bag of work clothes. I gotta light this blunt. Thank God for Colorado. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. like apartments that they're building. There's a tumbleweed in the river. It was struggling to get out, but once those things get wet, they're stuck. Wow. It's a weird little thing. No clue what that is. What a weird building. It's all sandy down there. And we're eating battery power quick today. I guess it probably wasn't fully charged. Danger, danger, danger. Okay. To me, these look like upscale apartments. Right across from where all the homeless people live over there. And that's the dichotomy of Denver, folks. You got people that can barely afford to live next to people that have to work hard to fucking barely able to be afford to live. Oh, should start my podcast back up for this political talk, though. Because I really do have a lot to say on political matters. Alright, so now we're finally getting out of this area here and back towards Globesville Landing. Behind that McDonald's is the Platte River Trail. Wow, look at that view. The sky is just gorgeous today. People hanging out on a beautiful day down by the river. And then there's stuff in the middle of the river, like a couch cushion. The mountains must be getting a good amount of snow, though. Alright, we're back to having a sidewalk. Some kind of railroad equipment over there. Big and yellow. Like my... No, that wouldn't even be a good joke. It'd be pretty gross. Look how many birds are up on the wire. Got chickens on the wire, boys. So now you should kind of know where we're at. There's Pepsi. Where we started, the butcher block is back that direction there. You can kind of see up in the background there is Ardent Mills, which is where we started. What is that thing? All right. You can see it's been graffitied up a lot. You got Albert Einstein hanging out. This is kind of the area we're at. So now we're headed into Globesville again. Globesville is kind of like a miniature version of Commerce City. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that they're right next to each other, that one just kind of goes into the other without much differentiation. Pigeon shit everywhere. Well, look at there. Looks like you could easily get up there. We're not going to do too much in broad daylight right by a train, but it's a cool little area. You can see that people are up to no good here in Globesville, though. They're cutting locks and fucking drinking. Alright, I'm going to kill the camera for a minute while we're up here in like downtown Globesville, and I'll turn it back on when we get to where we're going. So this is up here in Globesville, like a little back alley trail. So that was the street we were on the other side of that fence. And we kind of detoured off. Which way to go? I guess we'll see where the trail empties us out. Along the highway here. All right. Alright, as promised, I brought you to a more interesting area, not too far south of where we just were at, by the highway there. There's the Denver Coliseum, for reference. We're on 44th Avenue, and I kind of want to see where this road here goes. As you can see, we're right by the railroad. This is a real quiet street, too. There's like not too many people out and about, which is good. So it does turn into an actual street here. There's the McDonald's that we were just by. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. There's like a big tower for like railroad use. I'm sure people climb up there and shine the lights to do something or adjust them. Okay, so there was the underpass we were just in, and now we're out on this side. Well, let's turn and go this way. And we're just gonna go until my camera gets down to no bars. And we're gonna go back to my house and relax for the rest of my day off. I do enjoy spending time with you. It's like a really quiet area, honestly. I kind of wish I lived up here. Heard bad things about Globesville, but it's fucking quiet compared to where I live. Maybe when my lease is up, I'll think about moving. Some sort of trailers up there. There's people. So that must be for the railroad up there. Yeah, you can hear this is a real quiet town. Besides being so close to the river, I guess is like the only downside. As you saw, you'd have to deal with a lot of homeless people. What's funny though is these are all the streets that are down by my house. They're just, and this happens in Cheyenne too. The streets like get broken up and then like mysteriously you'll just be on a street that is on like the west side of Cheyenne, on the south side of Cheyenne, it'll be like, why am I here? It's just because that's where the street would have gone if the railroad and everything hadn't interrupted it. So yeah, that's railroad property there. So remote controlled locomotives. So the big boys get to play with their toy trains. No, don't listen to me. Lots of shoes up on that pole. We're still doing okay on battery power. I feel like we're slowly getting out of the interesting area though. And now that the river's done, I don't know what the next natural barrier is going to be that we come across. That's alright. I've got nothing but time. I'm going to kill the camera for a little while. When I find something interesting, of course, you know, we'll be back. Someone. Kind of unsettling, you know. I know, how unprofessional to smoke. Well, it's alright. The weed is killing me. No, I don't think it is. If anything, the weed is healing me because it has curative properties. Oh, it looks like an old barn. Wow, you got this really run down shed right here. A weird little area. But since people obviously live around here, I'm going to kill the camera for a while, but it's a pretty cool little area down here. I see something up ahead, so when we get there, we'll check it out. It's a cool little garage there. What the hell building that is. I'd like to get away from the houses. I'd rather get yelled at for being by the building than by someone's actual house filming. No interest in filming someone's house, you know. Cool little area, and this will be a great place to wrap up this week because we're just about out of battery power. Ugh, sludgy water. Let's get out of the malaria hole there. This shit's all getting overgrown with like vines. It's like a perfect spot to wrap up today. Our first incursion into Globesville. We've hit the landing numerous times, but I think the trail actually kind of skirts by Globesville proper. There's a school up there. And I think this is a very promising area to come back to and get a lot more quality exploration done just from what I'm seeing. I was a little bit nervous about going into Globesville because of what I'd heard about how dangerous it is, but honestly, it's pretty quiet. With some hot tub. Okay, I'm going to kill the camera. So we're getting back by the houses, and I'll do a proper wrap-up next to something more interesting. Or maybe not. We'll just like skirt by everything. So now we're actually on Broadway of all places. All stars in. Wow. We've got a ton of areas to explore down here, and unfortunately, not enough battery power to do it all today. So, let's head up this way, and I'll wrap up the episode. You know, look, over there, it looks awesome. So, we're definitely going to have some fun in Globesville. Probably tomorrow. We'll come back here. 43rd and Broadway is where we're wrapping up today's episode. As always, folks, I want to thank you for joining me today on the Grizzled Survivor Show. Seems like the urban exploration parts of this channel are the most popular right now. So that's my focus. I mean, if you guys want to see more survivalist stuff, I'm more than happy to start demonstrating. I have a 2-liter bottle handy for a instructional gas mask video, but it just seems like at least the survivalist manual didn't do so well. So we're going to focus more on the urban exploration for now. So thanks for joining me today on our journey around Globesville, Colorado, and the grittier parts of Denver. As always, we try to kind of go to the places that might look like the world has already ended and explore those. You can really support my channel by sharing it, liking this video, and subscribing to the channel. And thank you so much for spending your Saturday, or whatever day of the week that you're watching this. I'm recording it on a Saturday. Ooh, zombie makeup. But thanks for spending the day with me and taking the time out of your day to watch my show. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, folks, happy survival.